You don't know what that means. And let me explain to you. Do they know what the topic is, or only I know what the topic is? Some guys know. Okay, very nice. You know, a couple days ago was July 4th. And my grandchildren asked me if I would go with them to the, it wasn't July 4th then, it was Sunday. So they asked me if I would go with them to the fireworks, fireworks show. So I called up a friend of mine, Rev. Isaac Ackerman, and I asked him about going, where should I go? I know it's around the lake, so he tells me where to go. Of course, I get there, there's like a million cars, so I can't go that way, and I don't have like a police escort like he has. So we had to go around a whole different side. But then we had to walk a whole thing, and you're wondering, who cares? So let me tell you, I didn't really want to be at the fireworks show, so I was wondering, like, what am I doing at a fireworks show? Obviously, there's something I have to be learning from the fireworks experience. So I watched the fireworks with my grandchildren, and it was like so loud. I don't remember it being so loud, maybe because I don't go, but like, it was really loud. It like got me jumping, got me like, ugh, and it hurt my ears. One of my grandchildren says it hurts my ears, so we like put like wrap something around, his ears. Saw the fireworks show, and we go back. And the whole time I'm thinking to myself, had to be a reason why I came to this fireworks show. I had to have learned something from this experience. And I thought about it afterwards, and I said, it hurt my ears, those fireworks. And I don't know the damage that those fireworks are going to have caused to my ears, to my eardrums. I don't know. But it was fun. It was geschmack. It was beautiful. Right? They're shocking, like, whoa, those are fireworks. And then you go like, wow, these are really amazing. And they're loud, boom! Like, it's so loud. It's crazy loud. And I said to myself, it was beautiful. It's going to have affected later on my ears, my hearing. But B'Shas Maisa was a lot of fun. But I didn't think about the effect that it was going to have on my eardrums at that time. I just wanted to do it. I didn't even think about the effect it was going to have on my grandchildren's ears as it was thunderous and everybody had to like kind of cover their ears or... That's a lot of things in life. You guys are young. I was talking to a friend of mine this morning, and he says, a friend of ours had a heart attack. He called him up today to tell him that he had a heart attack 18 years ago. Wow, 18 years. A bunch of you guys are probably around 18 years old. My friend, that's when he had his heart attack 18 years ago. So this friend says to me, goes, can you imagine 18 years? It flew by. So when you're young, he goes, time doesn't stop. It doesn't slow down. When you guys drive, you can never get there fast enough, right? Who's got the faster car? And a Tesla goes faster, but this one goes faster than that. And zoom, 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 right? That's what life is. But then later on in life, you want to slow things down, but you can't slow it down. In fact, even when it's slower, it's too fast. The reason why I bring this up is because when you're younger, you don't realize how things really are. It looks like things are not fast enough, they're not bright enough, they're not popping enough. It's not geschmack enough. It's geschmack Thursday night, and it's the new norm is not like cholent Friday afternoon or cholent Thursday night or Wednesday night. It's now probably Tuesday night also, right? So it's like Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Shabbos, Friday night first, a whole bunch of times, right? Do you think it takes a toll on your body? No, of course not. Till you get a little older and then you realize it did take a toll on your body. Kind of sounds, wow, what a downer. What a downer. This guy comes and he just talks about how old he is and how old, it's Rabbi Say, when we're younger, and believe me, everybody, even when you're an old guy, you still think you're a young guy. You know, I used to learn every Friday, I think it was every Sunday, with a 95-year-old rabbi. And he was like, they called him like a Nasi, emeritus, Rabbi emeritus. And a Kitzer, even when he was older, 95 years old, his wife had just passed away. And maybe a year before. Of our bottle, right? No, not exactly. He's telling me how he's looking to get remarried and who he's looking at, etc. You're going, 95, yeah, that's right. One day you'll be 95, 105, until you're dead, you're still alive. So, when you're younger, you think to yourself, nothing's going to affect me. It affects all of us. Let's go back to the beginning of men, beginning of man, the first man. Hashem created, what's his name? Adam. That's right. Created Adam. Adam means, where was he from? Adama. What's Adama? Nice way of putting it. Dirt. Yeah, all the guys go, yeah. Man came from dirt. That doesn't mean a guy's like a dirt, but that's the shoirish, that's the source of Adam is dirt. Hashem blew into Adam ruach nishmas chayim. Hashem blew into him spirituality, and suddenly he's alive. So that means Hashem blew into Adam. Hashem blew himself into Adam. What was Adam's job? So Adam now is a mix. He's a mix between no longer just dirt. He's not just something physical, and I mean physical. Come on. How much more physical can you get than dirt, right? Dirt's like pretty low. It's the bottom of the bottom. That's like the scrapings of the cholent pot. It's dirt. It's carbon, literally. And then Hashem blew into him, ruach nishmas chayim, so there was ruchnius, there was spirituality in this physical being called, literally, to remind him that what? Adam. Who are you? Adama. Now, by adding this new entity, Ruach Nishmas Chayim, he now had a new potential. His new potential was Adameh. He could not be just Adamah, but Adameh. He could be similar, emulate HaKadosh Baruch Hu, and through that, he's no longer Adamah. Now, I want you all to understand, why do I bring this up? Because, I'm going to continue getting into this deeper and deeper. But I want you to understand, and that's why I said I feel the special ruach in this room. Because every one of us, every one of you, each person, each guy here, is taking over the place of that Adam. The Mishnah in Sanhedrin says that Adam was created alone. Why? Because everyone's mechuyev to say, Bishvili nivra olam. The world was created for me. Now what does that mean? To get every steak? It's all mine. Bishvili nivra olam. Every Tesla, every fancy watch, right? It's all made for me. No, that's not what it means. Bishvili nivra ha'olam, the world was created that you can take over where Adam, we'll see, where Adam started, Adam began, and you can perfect the world. You have that ability. Each man comes along, he's Adam. You are Adam. And what is the goal? You take Adama, dirt, and you elevate it with Ruach Elikim. Ruach Elikim. How do you do Ruach Elikim, by the way? What is HaKadosh Baruch Hu? HaKadosh Baruch Hu is a giver. Hashem is a nicein. He gave to the world, created all the things for Adam, created for us. If I drink water, I made the bracha already, but if I drink water and I thank Hashem, so I just elevated the water. I elevated the physical act of drinking water. I elevated now the water's in me. It elevates me with the bracha. But I thank you Hashem, I'm now connected with Hashem more. And my mind is thinking about Hashem more. I just took a physical thing. I took my physical being and I created and made that more closer to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. But if I just drink, just gulp it down, Coke, or something, whatever it is, you go down, you have a geschmacka sandwich, big thick sandwich, and the guy's, you see it all over his face, picks up his head to breathe a little bit, right? And shoves a couple French fries in there. The guy is not thinking about it. I would not call that connecting with HaKadosh Baruch Hu. Forget about, he made a bracha even. But if you're not doing it for any connection with your ruchnius, which is a hard thing to do, but if you're not connecting that with any of your ruchnius, what do we do? We sink ourselves back into leaving, getting rid of, removing, saying goodbye to any of that ruach nishmas chayim, and we connect more with our physicality. We connect with our adama. The world, the purpose of the world is Hashem says it created all these things. If you look in the Svarim HaKadoshim, the holy books, it talks about the nitzotzos. I don't know, I don't play so many video games, right? But back in the day when I was a kid, and I still didn't play video games, I didn't have one, but whatever, I knew there was this game Pac-Man. Do they have Pac-Man anymore? Oh, they do? What is it, version 317? What? Are they still, it's still the old one or it's a new one? The arcades. Oh, arcades. Ouch. Okay, fine. So, but what's the Pac-Man game? The Pac-Man goes around eating up all the little dots, right? And then once in a while he goes and he sees this like a cherry. Yeah, I was wondering what it was, but all right, fine. So it's a cherry or something else, and what happens? He gets big bonus points, right? Good. So they're still playing it the same way, right? The authentic way. So you pick up a whole bunch of bonus points. It's the same thing. We go through this world eating up corned beef sandwiches, fries, cholent, I don't know, whatever else, the poppers, right? All the things. We eat them all up. If you make a bracha and you connect with the HaKadosh Baruch Hu, the Pac-Man becomes a ruchnius Pac-Man. And you pick up certain ones, you pick up super points, but forget the points. You are perfecting your self. You're elevating yourself. You're no longer that physical self. You're more of a ruchnius self. You're getting closer. And let's face it, we were not put in this world to eat as many pastrami sandwiches. I know some guys maybe they don't like pastrami sandwiches, but to eat as much, and neither do I, so I'm not just using it as a mashal. Chaz Shalom, you should say I could tell from the whole speech what he likes pastrami sandwiches. No, you still don't know that then. So, but whatever it is, poppers. I know the guys like poppers. In my yeshiva, they love poppers, right? So the hot poppers. So we were not put in this world to eat as many poppers as we could, as we can find, as we can get. You got poppers? Oh, shmag. That's not what we're here for. I know it seems like sometimes the thing that we must be doing, and that must be the reason. But, no, that's not it. It's to elevate our Adama, us, to a spiritual level. And through doing mitzvahs and learning Torah, we do that. go weiter. And I'm thinking how to say this, because we're on Torah anytime, you know. So there's a lot of people who watch this. And I got to say it in a very, I don't know what to put it, ruchnius way, whatever, right? Hashem put into the world with Adam a lot of animals and fruit trees, anything he wanted, anything. All the Gashmias, it was all created for him. And like I said, in every single thing, every Gashmias thing, it's like lahavdil, there's like the Pac-Man cherry in that thing. Meaning there's super points. And if you know how to connect with those things, whoa, you get super points. You get super connections. You've elevated yourself and you've elevated that thing. And then when it became part of you, whatever action it was, that is an elevated thing, and you are now elevated. You're more connected with Hashem. And by the way, connected with Hashem, sometimes you're in yeshiva, but like even for the goyim of the world, I speak to goyim all the time, and they tell me it's a very, very powerful thing, because if you're connected, you get more. Why is that? Because Hashem says, if you're doing the right thing with my world, I'll give you more, so you could do more right things. You can elevate more. So you are the ones that I'm going to give it to. So the more that a person does this type of elevation, Hashem gives more to that person to elevate. So he put him in a world filled with every delicious, amazing thing. And he says, however, do not eat from the Eitz Hadas. That's off limits. Eitz Hadas, Toiv Ra, good and bad. You can't, because once you know good and bad, the game is over. You play a video game, and I don't know what it's called, but you could press, if you know the instructions that it was written with, then you could press a certain button. I don't know, but what button, you press it double time or whatever, click this one with that one together, and it takes you to the next level. Is that playing the game? Some guys are going, yeah, that is. No, it isn't. It's not playing the game. It's cheating. There's no game anymore. So if you're in this world and you know Toiv Ra, you know exactly what it is, every single thing, don't do that, yes, do that. It's no game. There's no purpose. There's no challenge anymore. That's not what it's supposed to be. So we cannot know Toiv Ra. We can go to the firework display and we do not know what's going to happen and how it's going to affect our hearing. We get caught up in it. That's what it's supposed to be. We're not allowed to know the Toiv Ra. Can't. So don't eat from that thing. And also, it's more than that. Hashem gave Adam a mission. Man is here for a mission. Adam and every one of us are Adam. We're here for a mission. La'avda u'lashamra. Avda, do mitzvahs. Shamra, don't do averos. Aseis and lois aseis. And if you look through the psukim, the Gemara describes how the Shever Mitzvah B'nai Noach are written right there in those psukim. The darshan it out, meaning to say, Avda u'lashamra are the mitzvahs to get close to HaKadosh Baruch Hu. That's it. And what does it mean? We just listen to whatever Hashem tells us to do. We do that, we're connected. So let me tell you, Adam and Chava now comes into the world. That would be another discussion. We could come back and talk about the Chava of the world. But right now, to understand the mission that I'm on here, he was told, don't eat from this tree. And he made up a new getter, don't even touch it, supposedly don't even touch the tree. And then she sees Vaterish, so he got the Nachash. The Nachash comes along and says, it's good, I'm telling you it's good. I'm telling you that's the best. The reason why I told you not to eat from it, that means because it's really good and really. Vateire ha'isha ki toiv ha'etz lamachol. she sees that this tree is good to eat. It looks good. V'chitavahu leinayim. Did you hear that word? Chitavahu. It's a lustful thing for the eyes. It's, I don't know the term to use on Torah anytime. That's right. Chitavahu leinayim. It's taiva for the eyes. What? A thing of grapes? That's a taiva? I don't think that anybody, and then it continues. V'nechmad ha'etz lahaskel. There's a chemda, another type of desire, another type of want. Rabbi say, taiva le'einayim, I don't think that any person is staying up late at night looking over his shoulder to find out if anybody's watching him, that he's watching fruit channels. Or to go online to see what's the most geschmacka looking fruit in Whole Foods. I don't think that's what's going on. I don't see people walking through the stores and they're going, and they're just staring at the fruit. I mean, I don't care how great it looks. You know, someone sent me this fruit basket. It was very nice looking. It was like, it cost them a lot of money and everything, but like, I wasn't afterwards going, is my wife around? Just staring at this fruit. That would be weird, no? Yeah. And we all know that would be very strange. Anybody does that, you know there's something really off. But so what happened? So I'm going to tell you a crazy thing now. She eats from the fruit. In the same pasuk, vatikach mi piryoi vatoichal. She takes the fruit and she eats it. And then she becomes the tavo leinayim. By eating it, it goes into her and she became the tavo leinayim. You know, you could have not eaten from the fruit. You could have eaten from a fruit, some other fruit instead of bracha, but no. And that would have been a ruchnius thing. But when you eat from a tavo leinayim, the one thing Hashem says, do not eat. And you eat that, you become a tavo leinayim. So Chava became the tavo leinayim. And what were we told? Don't eat from the fruit, right? So now don't eat from the tava leinayim. It's always going to be, don't eat from the tava leinayim. Don't attack. Don't be tava leinayim. Now, Adam also ate from that fruit too, right? I'll look around this room. And you see guys, not dafka here, but you see guys, you know, they put on the hat, you know, he's walking around like this. His jacket is kind of falling off his shoulders, right? You know, maybe it's like this, or it's falling off, or he's wearing it really far back, or whatever it is. He's doing like, and then he's like he took a shower, didn't take a shower, doesn't want to take a shower for sure, but like, that's guys. You don't find women that they walk around with the sheitel half on, to the side. Well, I'm so put together, right? No, because they care about tavo leinayim. They are. They want to be a tavo. They can't help it. They are. That's a chelik of what they became by eating from that fruit. The guys got a little bit. I look around the room. Some guys here didn't get so much of it. But anyway, fine. But seriously, guys got a little bit. Not much. Nowhere near that same level. You know, I look around and I say to myself, let's see what the newest style is in white shirt. Right? That's about it. It's the collar this way, that teeny little thing. The women, there's a million trillion styles, and every single day is a new style coming out. How can I be they can't help it. Tav leinayim. But Adam is told, no. And you want to elevate yourself to be a ruchnius thing, which is our mission in life. Which was each person, we are Adam. Are you going to be an Adam who Tavle nine. Go for it, I don't care. Or is it, no. Sorry, I am gonna haltzach. I'm gonna elevate myself. And the more you elevate yourself, like I said, Hashem says, you're doing the right thing, you're elevating all this gashmias, I'll give you more gashmias. The Torah says, Chazal bring a person who learns Torah me'oini is going to learn Torah me'oisher. Why? What is it, a reward? No, because Hashem says, you're elevating gashmias. I see you can handle more and elevate it. That is the job of every single Adam. To raise ourself from being Adama and not sinking. Because as soon as we fall into the tava leinayim or tava this or tava, we sink. And you eat the cholent and you say, thank you Hashem for this delicious cholent. Thank you, whatever it is, Chaim Baruch, for making this cholent as greatest. Makir Tov. Thank you Hashem, making a bracha. You now elevated cholent in you. And then when you eat it, I see these guys. Kovid Shabbos Kodesh. Right? You ever see that? They're eating the herring and it's like, like making sure it doesn't fall off the cracker. Okay, if you really think it's the Kovid Shabbos Kodesh, then you've elevated the herring, you've elevated the cracker, you've elevated the I don't know what else you have, the little l'chaim. You did. If you really are thinking about that while you're doing it. You make the bracha, and you think about Shabbos, and all the great things which we could talk about. Then you've elevated it. But a person just pops it down and chaps for himself more and more. Which, by the way, I know I have a couple minutes left. What is Hashem? Hashem is a giver. You want to connect with a Kadosh Baruch Hu. Can't be a taker. Take for myself. If I'm taking for myself, I'm not connecting with Hashem. That's not what Hashem is. Hashem is giving. So the more I give to others and I think about others, Avram Avinu was the Amud HaChesed. The concept was give to others. In fact, that's why it says, V'nivruchu v'cho kol mishpachos Adam. Everyone's going to bless everybody through. In fact, I have goyim that tell me, Rabbi, you Jews, I'm waiting to hear, you Jews what? No, you Jews are the real Abraham children because you're so giving. And you don't realize how giving we are. They realize. We take it for granted. When you see lists and lists of gemachs, and it's about giving and thinking about other people, then we are Adame to Kadosh Baruch. The key is Adame, how? By giving. Not thinking about myself. Where am I going to sit? I want to make sure I'm taken care of. Take care of somebody else. Hashem says, you take care of somebody else. You let the other person go ahead of you. You know what? You'll get another. I'll make sure you have a parking space. I'll make sure you have this. I'll make sure you have all the things you need. And then more. The more we give, the more we get back. Why? So we can do better elevation of those things as well. The people, all right. And there'll be another discussion of understanding how riches come. How does somebody become rich? And real rich, where does it come from? How to acquire that? Why is it Hashem gives certain people riches? And what's the purpose of it? But I will just tell you, Hashem says, the more you think about other people, and you're like me, says Hashem, giving, not taking. See, let's think about that, going back to that tava leinayim. Is that really giving when a person is only thinking about fruit as something to eat and take? Something I get a benefit from, I get my pleasure from? That's not giving. It's a famous vart that they said, what do you love? What do you love? He goes, I like chveis, tell me something. Fish. So he goes, really? You love fish? Yeah, you love fish? He says, yeah, I love fish. He goes, no, I don't really love fish. I like fish. I don't love fish. What do you mean you don't love fish? So what would you like to? Nah, I don't love fish, but I thought you said you like. I said, I like fish. If I loved the fish, I would want to take care of the fish. I wouldn't eat the fish. I would protect the fish. I would take care of the fish. It's the same thing. In our life, the more we really treasure something and we treat it with respect, that's not by taking. It's by giving. You guys, let's think about that for a while. And then maybe we'll come back and discuss another level. Any questions? Probably everybody's like, no. Anything?
If Adam ate also,
Yeah.
why did he become a fully, like what happened to Chava? Why did he become a Chava?
Any other question? No. No, good question. I've thought about this many times. The majority already was like worn down. It was already, that was the first one. It doesn't stay Tavalei Naim after you take the first bite. It's no longer, once it, you know what, that's another schmooze we'll get to. I call it chasing Rusty. That's another, the whole Mahala, whole discussion. But bottom line is, first it's once you realize what it is, it's like, it's not as geschmack anymore. So then it wasn't like a real Tavalei Naim anymore. It's like, okay, take a bite also. I mean, once someone took a bite out of it, like, you want an apple that I ate from? No. It's real, it's great apple and everything, but like, so all the Tavalei Naim, that was already gone. You follow? That's what I'm thinking.
So it comes out the ladies' Tavalei Naim is the greatest curse fodder.
I wouldn't say it's the greatest curse, but it became the next challenge. That became Adam's next challenge. All right, listen, I think that nothing in life is a curse. It's what we do with it. Guns are not a curse.
Can we try to explain what we can do with it in the next 5 minutes?
But how do we in a situation where we're in front of the Tavalei Naim?
Yeah.
How do we make that situation?
How does a person deal with the Tavalei Naim?
Adam's in an impossible situation.
Adam is in a very challenging situation. Yeah. Adam is in a very challenging situation. And when a person is in this situation, it says to a nazir, schar amrit l'nazira. That means get away from the vineyard. A nazir does not belong near a vineyard. Run. You had, we could go through many different examples. Yosef, he just ran. He just threw he lost his jacket, lost his shirt, as they say in business, right? But he ran. He wanted to get out of there. Sometimes you have to run. It's very difficult to do that. I wouldn't say it's impossible. But the best thing is, try not to go near it. So if you understand, and it's very difficult when you're passionate about something, when you feel a real drive, a real desire for something, it's very difficult. So that's why Chazal tell us, stay away from it. I'll tell you, I was once at a Kiddush. I was much younger. I was like the age of you guys. I was at this Kiddush in Borough Park. I'll never forget. And there was an older man. I'd like to think he was older than me, but whatever. No, but maybe he wasn't. And he said he was staring, Tavalei Naim, he was staring at the herring. Big bowls of herring, he's staring at it. So I said, no, take the herring, take some. So he goes, I can't. He says, he says, it's got too much salt, and if I eat the salt, immediately it's going to react, and I'm going to end up you're going to have to call Hatzalah. So I said, if you eat one piece of herring, he goes, what should I tell you? I can't, but it looks so geschmack. So I said, are you crazy? Get away from that thing. Don't stand there. I can't eat it. A person's like, Tavalei Naim. Stay away from it. He goes, anyway, I'm still at the Kiddush 20 minutes later, and Hatzalah's working on this guy. Ouch. Tavalei Naim. So how do you do it? You stay away from it. I mean, it's hard to stay away. I'm not going to argue. But if you understand what potential you have, how you are doing the same nisayon that Adam Harishon had. And Adam, so some people say, well, He fell. I can't be better than him. I was Adam Mauritian. It was Mamish. Hashem created him, and he fell. I mean, who am I? But other people say to themselves, no, my whole life is really to work on myself and grow. And bottom line is, this Dar, I'm going to be very blunt. I can't be too blunt, but all right. But I'll be a little blunt.
We can shut off the video now.
Yeah, it's already overtime. Yeah, I hear you. Yeah. We live in a very, Rabbi Say, yeah, shut it off. Hit that button.